Page 132. NDA. She'll freak, and rightly so. I need a plan. I head back to watch Christian move gracefully around his kitchen. The NDA, does it cover everything? I ask tentatively. Why? He turns and gazes at me while putting the twins away. I flush. Well, I have a few questions, about sex. I stare down at my fingers, and I'd like to ask Kate. You can ask me. Christian, with all due respect, my voice fades. I can't ask you. I'll get you biased, kinky as hell, disoriented worldview regarding sex. I want an impartial opinion. It's just about the mechanics. I won't mention the Red Room of Pain. He raises his eyebrows. Red Room of Pain? It's mostly about pleasure, Anastasia. Believe me, he says. Besides, his tone is harsher. Your roommate is making the best with two backs with my brother. I'd really rather you didn't. Does your family know about your predicament? No, it's none of their business. He stutters towards me until he's standing in front of me. What do you want to know? He asks, and raising his hand, runs his fingers gently down my cheek to my chin, tilting my head back so he can look directly into my eyes. I scream inwardly. I cannot lie to this man. Nothing specific at the moment, I whisper. Well, we can start with, how was your last night for you? His eyes burn, filled with curiosity. He's anxious to know. Wow. Good, I murmur. His lips lift slightly. Me too, he murmurs. I've never had vanilla sex before. There's a lot to be said for it, but then maybe it's because it's with you. He runs his thumb across my lower lip. I inhale sharply. Vanilla sex? Come, let's have a bath. He leans down and kisses me. His heart leaps and desires pulls way down low, way down there. The bath is a white stone, deep egg-shaped affair, very designer. Christian leans over and fills it for the fasces on the tiled walls. He pours some expensive-looking bath oil into the water. It foams as the bath films and smells of sweet, sultry jasmine. He stands and gazes at me, his eyes dark, then peels his t-shirt off and casts it on the floor. Miss Steele, he holds his head out. I'm standing in the doorway, wide-eyed and wary, my arms wrap around myself. I step forward while superciliously admiring his physique. I take his hand, and he bids me to step into the bath while I'm still wearing his t-shirt. I do as I'm told. I'll have to get used to that if I'm going to take him up on his outrageous offer. If the water is energetically hot. Turn around, face me, he orders, his voice soft. I do as I'm told. He's watching me intently. I know that lips is delicious. I can attest to that. But you will stop biting it, he says through clenched teeth. You're chewing it makes me want to fuck you, and you're sore, okay? I gasp automatically, unlocking my lip, shocked. Yeah, he challenges. Get the picture? He glances at me. I nod frantically. I had no idea I could affect him so. Good. He reaches forward and takes my iPod out of the breast pocket and puts it on by the sink. Water and iPods, not a clever combination, he mutters. He reaches down, grasps the hem of my white shirt, lifts it above my head, and discards it on the floor. He stands back to gaze at me. I'm naked, for heaven's sake. I flush crimson and I stare down at my hands, level with the base of my belly, and I desperately want to disappear into the hot water and foam, but I know he won't want that. Hey, he summons me. I peek up at him, and his head is cocked to one side. Anastasia, you're a very beautiful woman. The whole package. Don't hang your head like you're ashamed. You have nothing to be ashamed of, and it's a real joy to stand here and gaze at you. He takes my chin in his hand and tilts my head up to reach his eyes. They're soft and warm, heated even. He's so close I could just reach up and touch him. You can sit down now. He halts my scattered thoughts, and I scoot down into the warm welcoming water. Oh, it stings and takes me by surprise, but it smells heavenly too. The initial smarting pain soon ebbs away. I lie back and briefly close my eyes, relaxing in the soothing warmth. When I open them, he is gazing down at me. Why don't you join me? I ask bravely. I think my voice huskily. I think I will. Move forward, he orders. He strips out of his PJ pants and climbs in behind me. The water rises and he sits and pulls me against his chest. He places his long legs over mine, his knees bent and his ankles level with mine. And he pulls his feet apart, opening my legs. I gasp in surprise. His nose is in my hair and he inhales deeply. You smell so good, Anastasia. A tremor runs through my whole body. I am naked in a bath with Christian Grey. He's naked. If someone had told me that I'd be doing this when I woke up in his hotel suite yesterday, I would not have believed them. He reaches for a bottle of body wash from the built-in shelf beside the bath and squirts some into his hand. He rubs his hand together, creating a soft forming lather, and he closes his hands around my neck and starts to rub the soap into my neck and shoulders, massaging firmly with his long, strong fingers. I groan. His hands on me feels good. You like that? I can almost hear him smile. He moves down my arms and then beneath them to my underarms, washing gently. I'm so glad Kate insisted I'd shaved. His hands glide across to my breast and I inhale sharply as his fingers encircle them and starts kneading gently, taking no prisoners. My body bows instinctively, pushing my breasts into his hands.